Hey folks, Annette Dion here. It's Saturday, April 4th. We're in quarantine mode. It's going to be that way for a long time, so you might as well, I don't know, clean the house thoroughly. Today I found a makeup bag that I have more makeup on that I thought was lost forever in a closet. It's a really good time to find things that you just thought disappeared into the land of lost things. Maybe an extra sock somewhere, but it's definitely, gosh, there are some benefits to staying home. I hear a lot of people talking about finally having family dinners. It's honestly, it's too bad that it has to come to some kind of crisis before humanity slows down and does that kind of thing. I have no judgment there. I'm just saying, wow, we really came a long way away from family dinners that happened in the 50s and 60s and even in the 70s. I think around the 80s that kind of stopped with the latchkey kid thing during that decade. And then we kind of never went back. We kind of never went back to slowing down. So now we're in the pace of, with everything so slowed down and shut down, it feels more like the pace of like, maybe it's like the 1950s, 60s, or like those decades where there were less people on the planet in general. So energy, vibrationally, it's really quite different energetically. So lots has been happening in the news, and it's just like one thing after another. It's like a barrage of emotional turmoil. Keep yourself grounded, breathe, learn a meditation practice. I start my day, fortunately, with Sadhguru. If you want to look up Sadhguru, it's Sadhguru, and every morning up until maybe the 15th, 8:30 Eastern Time, I'm in Massachusetts, there's a live stream of Sadhguru speaking about what's going on. So it's a nice peace out time, and it's amusing too. He's funny. What else do I have to offer you? Good time to read cookbooks if you feel safe enough to go to the grocery store. If you behave in a safe enough manner, as in wear a scarf or a mask or something, and don't touch your face like I'm always touching my face. I'm pretty quarantined, so I've been keeping myself pretty safe. So it's a good time to cook something amazing, like something that takes a long time, like pasta or lasagna or I don't know, big tortilla dinner, or something like that. If you live with people, it can be a lot more fun to put together a community dinner kind of a thing. So make the best of it. Pray for the healthcare workers and give money, donations to organizations that you feel like really need the most help. I would definitely donate. I will be donating to the healthcare workers to give them healthy food and to give them the protective gear that they need. It's just it's there's not an abomination that they are not getting what they need. I mean, it's talk about an eye opener. Talk about a time when America is like, we cannot ignore this anymore, and especially since we're sitting on our couches, a lot of people are, we have time to absorb what's been happening with our government. It's been hijacked. So I don't want to turn this into a preachy thing, but let's just look at the fact, I think it's a fact, that we would not have stopped to look at how much we're being robbed from. And I'll leave it at that because I want to keep my YouTube channel because it is new. Please subscribe. All right, I've done enough ranting. So now I'm going to pick 3 cards that give us a little guidance about what's going to be happening kind of over the weekend. It's about 4:15 in Eastern Time in the US, and I'm going to pick 3 cards and think about what the angels and guides would like for us to be prepared for. Any insights? I did predict that Chuck Schumer was going to step up and address some issues that were very unfair, and I did in fact see him on the news on YouTube. I think it was yesterday. So pray for the people that are working for our benefit, the working person's benefit, to break through. I mean, yesterday I talked about feeling like symbolically a symbolic wall. It reminded me of the Berlin Wall coming down. That I had like kind of an image of pictures I've seen of that. And so today I saw an image of Trump. This is just kind of a message to interpret. Going up a very straight, slippery, that was like a wall too. A lot of walls coming up in my visions. A very, like a marble, just straight up wall. And it was very slippery, and it was just like he just couldn't get up the side of this structure. Because he had nothing to hang on to anymore. That was kind of the message. He won't have anything to hang on to anymore. So rest assured, there's going to be some good that comes out of the tragedy that we're in right now, in terms of people just taking control, people, leadership taking control, not his leadership, but other leadership taking control, taking charge of what's going on, and making sure that we don't completely collapse into an undeveloped country. It's heading in that direction. I just know that I sense we have a firm enough foundation in our history that will not happen, but we definitely have to step it up in terms of like call your senators and congresswomen and just make sure you let them know exactly what you want to see happen. The stimulus package, I don't think we're going to get checks for a while. I don't mean to scare anyone. Just be realistic. The solutions are there. The funds are available in your communities. Ask around, do some digging, do some research. This is not a time to not ask for help. And that means mental and emotional help too. In my community, I'm offering free phone meditations for like 15 minutes for free. So this is a card that I actually saw another psychic pull today. This is the Four of Swords. This is a time of repose and reflection, and I feel like the message in this card is everybody learn to just sit and meditate and just be as well as you can with being still and getting this. We're still adjusting to this. We're not being judged by how much we're producing. It's almost flipped to where if you're staying home and doing nothing, that's cool. So when has that ever happened? If you're staying home and doing nothing, you are like one of the cool people. It's not easy. I want to mention too that I like this card. This is it looks terrible because it looks like he's like on his coffin or something, but it really isn't. Because of the stained glass window, I really like that. There's a beautiful image of a spiritual Mother Mary, and it looks like and somebody kind of praying. So there is hope, but you just have to kind of be still, almost like comatose, in order to check in with that divine energy. What was I going to say about that? I forgot. I was just about to say, I keep on hearing, stay home, stay inside, stay inside, stay inside, stay inside. Okay, here's the deal. You don't have to stay inside and not go get any fresh air. That's just not what's going on here. The message is to keep a safe distance from people. But, you know, like if you live out in the boonies in the middle of nowhere, you're not going to get the virus from like being out in the fresh air. It's just, if there's nobody around. Just saying. People need to be outside more. So use your common sense, but definitely get some exercise. If you have a dog, you got to walk your dog, right? All right, so this card came up yesterday. This is fast moving energy. The arrows of love. There are solutions on their way. I have been saying that. They're taking, well, this is for over the next 24 hours. You know what? I'm sensing there's another stimulus package coming. I know they're looking at a fourth phase. I don't know how that all works. But I just feel like there's so much in it that needs to happen. So pray that it happens, because that's all good stuff. Those wands, those kind of branches have leaves on them, so there's new growth and new beginnings there. And it is spring too, so let's notice that. The last card that I get is, this is the Nine of Cups. This country has plenty of money. I know that might sound like the most naive, stupid thing that I could ever say. But that's the message that the card is giving me, that the country has a lot of money. It's just now I'm seeing images of lock boxes and people hiding the keys. There's money, but the money's being hidden from us. And also, I can't go on enough about the multi-billionaires paying zero in taxes. And I tell people about that, and a lot of people just don't even know it. It's like, yeah, the most wealthy, 1% of the population pays zero in taxes, and then they're turning around and saying, oh, this is our PPE equipment. Oh, it belongs to us. Can you say rise up and revolution? Because that's what I'm seeing. So there is plenty of money. There will be plenty of grants and people donating and lots of assistance. So let's look at those cups as half full and not half empty. That man sitting there has a happy look on his face, so don't worry. If you need my help beyond this, it's AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I try to keep my videos short, but they're getting longer. I guess I'm getting more chatty. AnnetteDion7@gmail.com, or find me on Facebook, Annette Dion Psychic Reader. Thank you so much, and have a good rest of the day, and I'll check in tomorrow on Sunday. Be well. Bye.